I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in the SRT, but it feel like a Rari. And she calling my phone, I'm blowing up, she say I'm sorry. I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me.
Alright, so we in here, another day, another dollar. Got a 2021 Ram 3500 dually in here. So this is the Cummins model, so diesel model, and we got a 3-inch leveling kit that we're gonna be throwing in here. It's pretty simple. It's kind of like the last Dodge that I did, except all the other bullshit that I had to do to that one. This is just a coil spacer puck. Put this up there. It's pretty much coil spring isolator and some shock extensions with some new bolts, and that's pretty much it. You wanted to kind of get the front end a little bit higher than the rear, because these come pretty much factory with a rake. Everything looked good up under here. It's pretty much brand the fuck new. So pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is putting that coil spring isolator up here, and it'll be putting that block there. It'll raise it up a whole lot more. All you gotta do is take the shock off, take the sway bar off, and it'll drop the whole front end enough for you to be able to pull the spring on out and just get it situated. But I do recommend having 2 jacks and some pretty heavy duty jack stands, because this truck is heavy as fuck. So if you got any of the little baby Harbor Freight jack stands, I definitely wouldn't try this shit. I'd at least try to get some 6 tons. These are military grade jack stands, so they're like fucking 10K rated, I believe. Let's go ahead and get this thing in the air, take the wheels off, and then we'll get to it. All right, so I said to hell with these jack stands. It looks like it's stable enough, but went ahead and got the front axle drop down. Just disconnect the struts from the bottom mount, and then just take the sway bar links off the sway bar. But all I had to do was use a damn pair of vice grips right here, and then clamp it on, hit this with an impact up top, and you're good to go. Now I'm about to go ahead and start with the leveling kit. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put these strut extensions in real quick, so that way I can go ahead and just have those out the way. It's pretty simple. Just goes in, I believe, like so. Yeah, it goes in like this, and then the strut will just turn this way and mount sideways. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's got these I guess you could say flag nuts. One's gonna go on the passenger side because it fits, and then on this side, I'm not too sure why they include 2 if you can only use 1, but the ABS module and shit's up here, so you can't use that flag nut or anything under there, because you know you already got that little hole and shit up under there. So you'll have to drill another hole back here, from pretty much what I've seen with every fucking video that everybody says. Driver's side, you gotta drill, but you gotta be careful because the ABS module is like literally right there. So just want to make sure you don't drill into it. But we'll get that situated. We'll just run this bolt in here and then put it up there, mark it, and drill it, and then we're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get these brake line brackets and shit taken off, so that way I can drop it lower. And after that, we should be throwing this shit in, and it'll be a quick install, man. It ain't gonna be too much, but let's go ahead and get these in and see what she looks like. I'll update y'all as soon as I get everything put up and put on. Driver side sucked ass, but got it situated and in here. So got the bolt here. Here's a bolt back there. I got the coil spacer in here now. It's tight and good to go. I kept the coil springs in the same orientation. I just marked a little paint marker line. I got the drop brackets, or I got the shock relocation brackets put in as well. So that's pretty much it. Now all I gotta do is just jack this thing up, attach the sway bar links back, and then we should be good to go to see this thing leveled out. But yeah, man, it ain't too bad. I wish probably the kit was a little bit different, made a little different, just because these bolts up here, they just, I don't know, I just don't like that design. But yeah, everything looks good so far. All they're gonna have to do is get it aligned once I get this shit situated here. But yeah, man, that's about it. So I'm about to push this thing up, attach the sway bar links, and then we'll be 100% done, and we'll be able to set this thing on the ground and see what she looks like. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so we just now got finished. I've been finished. I picked up the camera and then seen a fucking fox crawling out the woods, so I had to properly dispose of that motherfucker. But yeah, got him out the way at least. But got everything finished up with this. It's sitting way taller in the front now. You can kind of see everything in here now. It was drooped a whole lot. Y'all seen it in the video, but yeah, man, everything looking good. It picked it up a whole lot. It looked a whole lot better now that it's kind of beefed up in the front. So that'll be pretty much it on this one, man. That's it, just a 3-inch level with the shock relocation brackets and shit. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing pulled out and let y'all see it outside, and I guess that'll be pretty much it for what I do in here today. All right, here she go. You can definitely tell the difference all the way around with that 3-inch. A lot of people will go with 2 or 1 and they just want it really level, but this kind of brings it up more beefier in the front. Looks like it's probably about a good 1/2 inch or more taller in the front. Can't really tell because the damn ground's uneven, but it look good, man. Everything sits even. Just pulled it out, don't have no sounds, no crazy shit like that. Like I said, all you gotta do now is get it aligned and she'll be good to go. But yeah, man, I guess this will be it for at least today. That's the last truck that I got right now. So I'm gonna probably have a day tomorrow to fuck around with mine. I gotta do the headliner and all that shit, but we'll get it situated. But I'm gonna take this up the road real quick, just make sure everything sets in place, and then from there we'll just roll on out. So let's go ahead and get it. We're back on the GoPro, and as you see, I got everything cleared out. But yeah, I got the headliner in, and it's pretty decent. It ain't fucking perfect. I gotta get the visors down here. I painted those black, but gotta get those put up here. But everything is way better than it used to be. I painted the little vent covers black, and I got new LEDs and shit in here now, so all that's good to go. LEDs all the way back. I gotta work on those back ones because they're not lighting up for some fucking reason. Probably just gotta turn them around. But today, now I'm getting onto this window regulator on both sides. So I got 2 rear ones to go on both sides. From what I've seen so far, it's this bolt and this bolt holding it in. This bitch is already loose, so that kind of tells me that that's probably a fucking problem. It looks like a newer regulator, but yeah, I don't know how the hell all that shit, you know, occurred. But yeah, it looks like it was loose in here already. Somebody tried to take it out before and just said fuck it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this one knocked out and swapped in with a new one, and hopefully it starts working, because if not, then I'm just not gonna use the rear windows, because fuck all that. Once I get that side done, I'll kind of have a better idea of how to get it out and situate it, and then once I get to this side, it won't take no time. But yeah, man, I guess you can see the headliner a little bit better with the little bit of light that I got in here. But let's see, get y'all a little bit better look. But yeah, it looks way better than it did before. I mean, the shit was drooping like a motherfucker. It kind of droops up front, and I found out why. The little piece, I guess the fiberglass piece, came off and it's split in half. So it was kind of dangling a little bit, but it's not too bad right now. I got this held here because the fucking clip broke on it, so I had to put some super glue on the metal little clip that goes on it and part of this plastic piece, so that way it can stay up there. It's probably dry by now, but everything is good to go, man. Guess I'm gonna get back to it, get these window regulators put in, so that way I can make sure that the window finally works, so I can get this damn thing tinted. And then after that, we should be pretty solid and good to go. All right, so we got the old regulator out, and got the masking tape holding the window now. I just plugged it up real quick just to make sure I could pull it down because it was locked up. So with the old one, in order to get it off the window, I ended up having to take the gear apart and shit like that, the motor and the gear apart, because this one didn't work or go up or down. So it was stuck in the up position. So I had to take the gear off and unwind all this wire shit to get it out of there. I had to pull it down with my hands and then just fish it out. But made it a lot easier just taking that gear off. Now, once I got the new one in, it works. So I slid it down just a little bit, so that way I can get up under there to that window, just mount it into place, and should be easy peasy. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back to it so we can get this new one in, and hopefully the damn windows will work. All right, finally this bitch works. So goes down. It's a little slower than I want it, but hell, as long as it goes up and goes down. But yeah, everything works good. So just put it back together. Probably slow once again because the truck ain't on all the way, but yeah, at least it works, and works in the front and the back. Thank God I got that fixed, because this one was, I don't know, it was halfway hanging out, the bolts weren't in there, and I guess somebody tried to do it and gave up on it, but it weren't that bad. Everything turned out good. So run to the other side real quick and get that one knocked out, so that way it's complete 100%, and then we should be good to go after that. So all right, so we'll hop in here real quick. I got the other one done. Just wanted to go ahead and get it out the way. Got shit to do real quick, but it's pretty simple. Goes down, goes up. This one ain't got no noise, really. A little slower, but hell, as long as they work, I ain't tripping about it. But yeah, now I can go get this bitch tinted. Everything works on it as far as the rear doors. Got the headliner in. That'll be pretty much it for this for right now. So I guess if I get something else in the shop, we'll catch back up with that and just kind of make a little bit longer of a video. But let's get back to whatever's next. So we in the shop right now, waiting on a customer to pull up. But I had an update video for the Yukon. I had ended up putting the headliner in, but the fabric that I got, it was a little too thin. So I need to get something with some backing material. It started kind of leaking down and just falling a little bit in certain places where I had to stretch it. So what I'm gonna do is probably go with some different glue and just a different headliner with some backing material. And since I gotta take it out again, I might as well do some fucking stars in it. I don't got it here with me right now. I'm driving to Chally right now, but shit, I'll show y'all probably a little bit later on, or I'll just probably just show y'all after I get everything done. But I'm gonna end up taking the headliner back out, doing it all over again, putting stars in it, so it's gonna take me a little bit longer. I had some parts of the video that I showed me taking the old adhesive off and all that shit. I just pretty much purged it because like I said, it didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. So I'm gonna use a different glue this time. The 3M glue was okay, but it just didn't hold strong enough for me to use that type of fabric. So I'm gonna get some better glue and get the new shit laid on. I'll probably end up doing that sometime next week or the week after. I got a couple things to knock out for now, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm about to work on a 01 F350 dually. I'm about to be putting a 3-inch leveling kit on that. So we're just gonna fast forward past all of that. I just wanted to show y'all kind of basically the regulators. I just put the regulators in, and that was pretty much it as far as the headliner goes. And I spray painted a couple things and just kind of cleaned everything up. But yeah, I guess once I get the fabric and all that stuff in, we'll continue on the headliner and all that shit. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this truck knocked out. I got to get an AC compressor for the truck and drain the AC and all that. So it's really nothing that is too video worthy right now. Just trying to get the truck road ready and perfect, so that way I ain't got to double back and do anything after. I'm gonna get some keys, I'm gonna get some uppers, and end up getting the graps probably, because those tires probably don't have too much life on them left, and tent, AC, and then radio and all that stuff, and then we'll get it cleaned up. And after that, we'll be doing cam and paint, and then after that, we'll be lifting it up and putting it on some wheels. So I guess we'll get to that whenever it comes down to it. Right now, like I said, I'm trying to get a lot of things organized and situated right now. But yeah, we'll get to it. So once this dually pulls up, I'll show y'all kind of what's going on and what I got, and we'll just move on from there. But probably be a short video just to get something out there, just because the last couple of weeks been kind of dry. All right, so we got a 01 F350 in here. It is the diesel model, so I'm gonna be putting this leveling kit on it. I got shock extenders. These didn't come with the kit, so I had to order these separate. Hopefully they work, because with these, I believe the shock mounts onto the side of the frame, and there's nothing holding the outside of the shock. So I mean, I'm pretty sure these will work, and these will bolt right up to the damn frame, I'm hoping. If not, I'll have to modify, because definitely gonna need those. But this is the little leveling kit that comes with it, because this is a coil spring model. It's a 2-wheel drive, so it's not the leaf spring model where it has the leaf springs in the front. So this is gonna go up underneath the coil spring. I'll be putting this adapter on as well to tighten up onto the spring. Now with these models, from what I've seen, the older model Fords anyways, I think they're the same on the F-150s, Excursions, and shit like that that are all 2-wheel drive. The coil spring is mounted to the little A-arm or I-beam arm that's under there, and it's a big ass bolt that you got to turn, so it's going to be a little bit different compared to the first dually that I did. It's a whole different suspension setup, These, I don't believe they came with the full straight axle. Shouldn't be nothing too crazy that I can't handle, but we'll go ahead and get it all knocked out, and you can see what it looks like now. It's got a hell of a rake, so the 3 inches will definitely put it back up to where it needs to be. All right, so I got everything torn apart. Just ended up using the impact just to make it easier for me to take this bolt off. I just used a 29mm axle socket because I didn't have a 1 1/8 to match up to this. But once I put it back on, I'm definitely gonna have to do it with the wrench. So yeah, definitely gonna have to figure that shit there out. But I believe I got a wrench big enough for that. If not, just gonna have to go and buy one probably. But yeah, gonna go ahead and get this level in here. Now this is the little notch. I just grinded it off with the little grinder, so it went all the way up here and around. So what you gotta do is just grind it down so that way the new spacer can fit perfectly on it and flush. That way once you put it back on, you can still use everything from factory and get it done. I'm gonna go ahead and test fit this shock extender real quick just to see what I'm gonna have to modify on it to make it fit, just so these shocks don't blow out. And then we'll throw this side back together and we should be good to go on this side. Like I said, it wasn't gonna take too long. It was just a matter of making sure that this bolt here didn't fucking rust through. But this is a pretty clean truck, I ain't gonna lie, especially with the suspension and shit. I was definitely expecting everything to be rusted out or some shit like that. Everything looks well taken care of. It looks pretty decent, no rust really anywhere, so thank God. So we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of this done, and I'll update y'all as soon as I get everything put up and on. All right, so got this side situated. I had to end up dropping the sway bar all the way out the way on both sides to be able to get this side down enough to put the coil spring back up. I got this little bolt tightened up a little bit, but might end up going to AutoZone so that way I can get a proper size wrench and just torque it all the way down. The other one was pretty loose, so I'm not too sure how much more tight it needs to be, because once I jack the axle up, it's fitting snug. The spring doesn't move at all. I mean, I've tightened it as tight as I can, and I don't really want to tighten it too much because of that adapter that's on there. I don't want it to spin off. So I'll probably just torque it just a little bit, just one nice little hit, and then that should be good to go. And now I'm working on this side, so this side should be hopefully a lot easier. This is what I was telling y'all about before, so I'm gonna just round it all the way off up here and just make it a complete oval, circle, whatever the fuck this shape is, and then we should be good to throw everything back in. Another tip, just go ahead and mark where your coil springs are. Most of the time, if it's an older truck, you can kind of see where the dust is and you can see exactly where it is, but I mark it just to be safe, so that way both sides are equal once you put this on, and you should be good to go. All right, so got both sides finished up. I got everything tight. I just got the jack supporting it until I can get down here and tighten this bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the AutoZone now so that way I can tighten this up, and then I'll be 100% done. So it's looking like it'll be pretty beefed up, so I'm gonna wipe all my grease marks and shit off of it, and just pretty much get everything one more look, and everything else should be good to go. Everything looks good. Everything is back in the way that it was taken out. So yeah, we're gonna hit the road real quick, hit AutoZone, get this wrench, and then once we get back, we'll be finished, 100% complete. All right, so ran into a little issue, which I figured I was. Now I am trying to get this camber bolt out real quick. A worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to end up going and getting some pretty good adjustable camber pins, or whatever the hell this shit's called here, from Advance. I think they the only ones that got them, maybe O'Reilly's, but I have to go get them and get the wheels at least somewhat straight if these don't adjust the way that I need them to. So yeah, it's just some more shit. Whenever you order these kits off Amazon and shit like that, it don't tell you, oh yeah, you might need this, might need that type shit. So yeah, just gonna have to figure it out. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to this, try to see how much I can adjust with it, and then after that we should be either rolling out with it, or fucking I'm gonna have to go and run and grab these pins so that way I can adjust it and roll it out. But either way, not something that's gonna take me all damn day, but it'll probably be later on before I finish. But yeah, let's get back to it and see how far we can get. All right, so I'm glad I ate because I probably ain't going to after this shit here. So this is what I was talking about. So now the ball joint moves freely in here, but with this bushing right here, it's called a camber bushing. So it's got this little notch on it and it's only centered, that's it. So you don't have any kind of room to adjust. It only goes in one way, and yeah, that's not gonna work for this application, especially with this damn camber that it's got. Even when I push it all the way in, it don't look like it's gonna be too much better. Once they get everything else aligned up here, pretty sure they can pull it into place without him having to add anything else. But yeah, that's one definite thing that I'm gonna have to go and get. I got this side taken out as well. This side was a bitch. The other side was pretty easy, but got to take this bolt here out, and on the other side they had it going in that way to where I couldn't reach it, so I had to turn the wheel and all type of shit. But yeah, about to source these parts out now, and that's all I can do for right now. He's probably gonna have to pick it up more than likely later on tonight or this evening, because right now I gotta go grab parts and shit now. So yeah, just a little hiccup, something that wasn't, you know, specified in the instructions or the reviews or anything that I was looking up for this, because whenever I put it down, I was trying to figure out why, because this truck, like I said, doesn't have any camber adjustment or nothing like that. So I'm trying to see why it would do that, but now I know. I looked online just to see if anybody was talking about it, and they said camber bushings, and I looked it up and they got multiple options with adjustment. So that's something that nobody's gonna tell you. Even on the videos that I was looking at, people didn't say the shit until like the end of the video, or didn't specify it at all. So if you're looking at this video and you're trying to put a level on a 01, 02, 03, 04, 99 fucking F250, 350 excursion, whatever it is, this is exactly what the hell you're gonna have to do, especially with going with a 3-inch level. Because like I said, on Amazon they only sell you this shit here with the adapter, and then I had to source out the fucking shock extenders, and now I'm gonna have to source out this fucking camber bolt or camber bushing, and hopefully that'll be the last thing I need. So basically, just showing y'all kind of what's going on with the truck. So everything kind of turned out decent. I got the wheels somewhat straight as I'm showing you here. So it's kind of got a lot of caster in it somewhat, but I got most of it pulled out with those bushings. I had just basically maxed them out. The driver's side came out a little bit better, but so far there's no issues with it or anything like that. I was just pretty much walking around letting y'all see a full look of it, just because the audio got messed up on everything. But yeah, it turned out pretty good, and yeah, customer hasn't complained about it. He got it aligned and everything turned out good. So those camber bushings were definitely something that was needed. So just wanted to show y'all guys the last look and everything, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. So check y'all out in the next one.